I will.
There's no man's man, no man ever survived. Invisible hands are behind you just now. If you ever win that race against rage, then you became cause it's no man's land. Masters in heavy rain, ultimate fame. Make shots slay, what they done is in vain. Yelling AK-47, 24/7, but you got 11 persecuted by heaven. Comes from the direction, no indication. You got to let it move first, let it out, let it down, let it inside, let loose, let it in, depress. Let's get it up. Then what you gonna do is drop the hammer down. Drop rhyme, drop hammer, take it like a labor. You got blood all over, ash all over. Spit it out, some game's over. Tear up the fear, the end is coming in. Spit it out like a spear, I'll burn the dread. No soul, robust, go bust, be bust. Justice to the man with no life. Tear up the fear, the end is coming in. Spit it out like a spear, I'll burn the dread. No soul, robust, go bust, be bust. Justice to the man with no life.
I will.
There's no man's man, no man ever survived. Invisible hands are behind you just now. If you ever win that race against rage, then you became cause it's no man's land. Masters in heavy rain, ultimate fame. Make shots slay, what they done is in vain. Yelling AK-47, 24/7, but you got 11 persecuted by heaven. Comes from the direction, no indication. You got to let it move first, let it out, let it down, let it inside, let loose, let it in, depress. Let's get it up. Then what you gonna do is drop the hammer down. Drop rhyme, drop hammer, take it like a labor. You got blood all over, ash all over. Spit it out, some game's over. Tear up the fear, the end is coming in. Spit it out like a spear, I'll burn the dread. No soul, robust, go bust, be bust. Justice to the man with no life. Tear up the fear, the end is coming in. Spit it out like a spear, I'll burn the dread. No soul, robust, go bust, be bust. Justice to the man with no life.
I will. Hello, my name is Shànks Thread, and welcome to the show. Hi. Sorry about the delay, but I make these big-ass bowls of cereal, and I need to stop, because it's like half a box of cereal, and it takes me like half an hour to eat. So it took a little bit longer today to get ready. We're finally going back to Final Fantasy X today. We're right where we left off before I overwrote my save. There are some differences, and I'd like to check and see if those differences, Nah, man, it's fucking delicious. Big difference is, right here, I can sit in the menu without the frames breaking on itself. I figured out what was causing the issue. And there's no music, so I gotta fix that. There we go. Another difference is I kind of broke Bahamut, and I'll show you that right now. These aren't the stats he should have right now. I kind of broke him. For the time I spent on it. I didn't spend that much time. But when he attacked Sanctuary Keeper, he hit 63,000 damage instead of like 40. I can also sit in these menus. I am also further in the sphere grid. As you can see, Lulu's is done and she's moving to a spot where I can move her into the next grid, etc, etc. Yeah, null and void. But yeah. Other than that, I haven't done much. I put myself right where I am. I did forget to make the Celestial Mirror. One thing I haven't done because I forgot about it. I just sort of got the cloudy mirror and went straight on.
If it might benefit the future of Spira, I will gladly give my life. It is the highest honor.
So how's it going?
Use my life, Lady Yoken, and rid Spira
I just woke up an hour ago, so it's kind of how it's going for me right now.
Our predecessors.
She said Lady Yoken, didn't she? Wait, she guarded High Summoner Yoken?
This dome is filled with fireflies. It's like one gigantic sphere. People's thoughts remain here forever.
Oh well. I really only did that because I remembered there was a Belgamine fight in the Calmlands, and I forgot about it. Yeah, that sounds like a reason to be up. Not necessarily a bad reason to be up, though. Not the desired reason to be up, for sure. Oh yeah, I used my my white magic sphere to teach Lulu Holy, 'Cause fuck it. 'Cause fuck it. And we also learned Blitz Ace, so there are minor differences. I guess Blitz Ace isn't a minor difference, but it's not that strong right now. Titus just started Orin's Sphere Grid, so he hasn't built up that much strength yet. But that might not be an issue later, since I can kinda use Blitz Ace and Riku to... God damn it, not what I wanted to do. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I can kinda use Blitz Ace and Riku to make the end of the game a little bit easier without farming break damage on it. I'll probably do it anyway, but that's one way to get around it. Oops, I already used Riku. Everybody gets a fire. And you may have noticed everybody's using like capture weapons at the moment. I didn't do Calmlands, but I did do pretty much everything that I did in can't think of the word. Mount Gagazet. That's the word I was looking for. We'll do Calmlands later. Probably after the airship. It is a lot more helpful when the fucking menu isn't breaking on me though. Because I don't have to worry about it just like being a dick. And I made a realization I kinda wish I hadn't. I'm only breathing out half of my nostril, which means I need to blow my nose. So, yeah. Much better. This thing probably has a lot of health, and let's charge. As you can see, it's not great at the moment, but with wow, I suck. That's actually only the second time I failed that. Haven't had it very long, granted, but I've used it 4 times, so... At least I'm not bad at shooting star. And he hits a home run! I should have done that at the beginning of the fight. No, what? Why? Oops. Waka had a level 2. Waka's done with his sphere grid. Now I think Titus is the only one who hasn't finished his original grid. Makes sense. Quick Hit is extremely powerful once you've got the stats to back it up. Or no, Titus did finish. Waka was the last one. I'm confused. I'll just not talk. I kinda need to, though. Steel, Candle of Life. Yeah, that would be helpful. I could give a quick summary of what's happened. I also have all the videos archived on the YouTube, if you actually want to see me go through it all. But basically, there's this big dude called Sin, and he killing all the people. The main character dude, his name is Titus, and Sin came to his house and he was like, we gotta take you to the future, even though you are already in the future. But Titus didn't know that. So now he's in current day Spira, and he's helping them beat Sin. And these are all the other peoples. It's a little confusing unless you watch it. Because I could go really into detail about it, but it would probably be more confusing just hearing it than watching it. Or playing through it. This is definitely one of the easier Final Fantasies to start the series with nowadays, though. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be doing the behemoth. Now, watch that power. Bahamut is the only thing I have right now that can break the damage limit. At this point in the game, the damage limit is 9,999. Nothing breaks that unless you either have a weapon that has break damage limit on it, which we can't get at this point. We could have if we had farmed no, actually we couldn't. We couldn't have finished a weapon at this point in the game. Once we get the airship, we can get the celestial weapons, which once they're finished all have break damage limit. But until that point, my characters can't break the damage limit, and my summons can't break the damage limit, except for Bahamut. I think Bahamut's the only one. Anima might also break damage cap, but I think he requires a weapon. Which we're gonna get Anima the moment I get my airship, because Anima is the strongest summon in the game. Once you've broken his damage cap and gotten stats to make him strong. Like stat-wise, he's the strongest in the game. If you set up to make a lot of money, statistically Yojimbo, which is another summon I still have to get, is the strongest summon in the game. Because you can consistently get one-hit kills with him. Without having to worry about how much damage you do, because it doesn't do damage, it just one-hit kills. That is what Yojimbo's strongest attack does. But it's all based on money, so... But yeah, generally this is about the midpoint where I am in terms of the game, because story-wise this is near the end of the game. But once we get through this section of the game, all the optionals open up. All of them. So, story-wise, this wouldn't be the middle, but overall, it's about the midpoint. It's not really that there are so many, it's because they're so long. There are some very, very long optionals. Kind of. One of them is getting this guy, Waka's, all of his overdrives, which are his limit breaks, or limit break is the most common term in the series. His ultimate moves. He has 3 more that I don't have unlocked, Plus, you also get his celestial weapon, all from a mini game called Blitzball, which you open that up way early in the game. But in order to play it effectively, you have to get the right team and level up that team. But the earliest you're probably gonna do that is after this section. In fact, his weapon probably would be the closest you could come to finishing it early. Yeah, I saw that coming. But yeah, Wakka's overdrive and his celestial weapon, because it all involves Blitzball, is one of, if not the longest section in the whole game. Because not only do you have to win enough tournaments to win all these things, which there's 5 prizes specifically to those things, the 3 overdrives, the weapon, and a power-up piece to the weapon. You have to level up all your Blitzball characters to make that easier, so that they get the stats they need to become useful for the fighting. Let's fighting. Wow. Something unique to this. I don't really touch the Blitzball because I don't like it personally. It is a favorite for people who love this game, and this isn't in my top 3. I would say it's in my top 5 at the moment. You're welcome. I don't know why, but every time I like think about certain things, I think about that song, and then I have to like.
There is no other way. Use me and defeat sin. Only then will the people accept you. I don't care about them.
Now this is a cutscene that if you haven't watched anything or played anything from this game, you'd be a little confused as to why that was important. That little kid was Seymour Guado. He is your primary antagonist next to Sin. And so far he has been like, I'm gonna marry Yuna, I'm gonna make her use me to become the next Sin. And then he's gonna kill everybody. That's his goals. He's kind of fucking crazy. And that scene showed that he himself has actually been sent to defeat Sin. He's been in Xanarkin to get the final Aeon. But seeing as he's not a high summoner, he didn't do it. Either he failed, which if he failed he would have died, and he wasn't dead yet, or he abandoned his mission here before he got to the final Aeon. Or when he got to the final Aeon. Oh, that's not who I wanted to pick. Fuck. But, yeah. Basically, he bitched out. But he was a kid. And he knew what happened to the people. Or he knew what it would take to make the final Aeon by the time they got there.
Let's end this.
which we don't yet. Each of these cutscenes are kind of alluding to what it takes. Because they're sort of like people talking after they've met Yunalesca at the end of Zanarkand. True. But he sort of had this duty shoved down his throat his whole life. Or did, and then he became this crazy person as an adult. He's pretty fucking crazy. And he's also one of the reasons this game isn't in my top 3 Final Fantasy games. But I will defend this game any day because it is such a good game, like for people who aren't experienced in the series to get into the series. And it is still a really good game. Why it's not one of my favorites is kind of because one of the reasons is Seymour. But not his character, it's just the way they used him. Is very different from other Final Fantasy games. And other Square games in general, for the most part. Also, Titus and Waka have very overbearing characters, and they don't change until late in the game. So if you don't like them, it's hard not to. It's hard to ignore that. Granted, they do get better, but yeah. Basically, the Seymour thing, because that's what I was going off on before I started this other tangent that didn't go anywhere. Seymour is used 4 times in boss fights. As a main antagonist, as essentially the primary antagonist. Now, comparing him to Kefka, to Kuja, to Sephiroth, any of the main antagonists, the most they've ever been used is twice. Typically, as boss fights. Garland in the very first Final Fantasy was used twice, but he wasn't Garland in the second fight. Typically, main antagonists are just too strong for you to fight, so they just beat your ass, and then much later in the game, you beat their ass. That tends to be how it works, but with Seymour, you kill him not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. That doesn't seem like an antagonist now, does it? It seems like a reoccurring theme and an asshole, but he definitely doesn't have the feeling of, Now here is Jet, Titus's father, Braska, Yuna's father, and a younger version of Orin, who is in our party.
Let's go back. I don't want to see you die.
You knew this was to happen, my friend.
Yes, but I cannot accept it.
Orin, I am honored that you care.
I can hear my earbuds. It's kind of funny.
I will defeat sin and lift the veil of sorrow covering
For my laptop, I can hear my voice coming out of my earbuds. Oh god, that 8 frame drop in the game. To 52 FPS. Kind of, except Seymour's fights are typically pretty hard. His third encounter is considered one of the hardest fights in the entire game. But yeah, that is a good analogy. I haven't played Paper Mario in forever, and I'd love to play it on cast, but the way I have to put them on the cast at the moment, I don't have a Paper Mario available that would be appropriate. You know, I forgot about Bahamut again. This guy's gotta get his overdrive before we get to the end of the tunnel. And he's not gonna be close. Now, coming in the middle of a Final Fantasy game kinda sucks too. But well, I'm gonna have to farm right here for a little bit. But it won't take too long. Bahamut like one-shots things. And I just gotta get him to overdrive so that we can kill the boss quickly. Essentially right here, because we're at the end. Oh god, we're ambushed! Oh no! We're not actually at the end of the game yet. We're close. In terms of story, we're very close, but I haven't made it there yet. You missed! I like Bahamut. He's an awesome summon. And, yeah. So Braska was the last summoner to defeat Sin. That's another important fact.
Are the trials ahead? Probably. Here too, huh? Give me a break. I was expecting, parades and fireworks.
You can ask for them after I defeat Sin.
As in the American 2 or the real 2? Because I've played Final Fantasy 2, the original game, and I highly doubt they put that on anything. Not without removing the level up system. Or tweaking it very, very carefully. So, we are at the cloister. Oh my god, this backwards room! We're at the Cloister Trials for Xanarkin. This is the last Cloister Trials of the game. This room also has backwards control. So if I need to move up, I have to push down. If I need to move down, I have to push up. Everything is fucked. Same with left and right. Oh, that was it. We did it! I'm curious. I'm very curious. Because most people really have no idea what that game was. I'm assuming they didn't change the leveling system. But if it looks better, we might, when we get to Final Fantasy II finally, we might have to play some Final Fantasy II at some point. Which I planned on doing anyway, but yeah. Final Fantasy II. That's Bevel? So basically, to finish this trial, I have to do all of these pedestals and their thingies. So I gotta find all of the things that match that. One's right here. I dislike the leveling system in 2. Very, very much. When you actually use it, if you ever decide to play it, you'll understand why. It's not well thought out. It's basically the best way I can describe it. We did it! But I mean, I haven't finished the game, so I can't discount it because I don't know the story. And I'm very much a story first person. So, if the story's good, I can't very well, like, back out on it. That wouldn't be consistent with what I'm saying, typically. And I'd love for it to prove me wrong and show me a fantastic story. I'd hate that there's a fucking great story inside that leveling system, but I'd accept it. Fuck. This? No, I'm looking for this. Yes? Yeah. If you step on one that's wrong, which I haven't yet, which is why I'm explaining it, it resets it. And I'm not seeing the colors. Like, look here. See, fuck. The one I'm standing next to? If you see the bright square where I'm supposed to stand, you also see a lighter color below it and above it. Now, since there is a light color above that, that square won't light up if I step on this. So I know that one's going to be a corner when it lights up. So it'll be one of those red corners that goes like this. It's a top left corner. I know that. And then based on that, I know this is probably going to be a square. Because these are the only ones touching that. And then because of that, I know this is going to be a diagonal. Because these light shaded squares are all touched to this one. Like that's the L shape. It's just deductive reasoning based on the light shaped ones. Because the dark shaded ones have nothing to do with it. Those are the ones you can just walk on. But the very first time I did that, I had no idea. I just sort of guessed and then memorized. Now I can use deductive reasoning to go through it. Yeah, I can see that. Well, shit. Oh, there it is. I'm an idiot. So we finished 3! 3! There's also... in these cloister trials, there is a destruction sphere in each cloister. In order to do them, I have to, what's the word? In order to get one of the optional aeons later, I have to do all the destruction sphere stuff to get the items in each level. There is one in this cloister, if I remember correctly. And we will take care of that right after we're done with everything. Because that's the only time you can. We don't even get to see the sphere until after we're done. And I think that's the last puzzle. Because the last two, the Kilika and Besaid ones, like this is Pavel, this is Jose, this is Makalania, this is Anarchind, and then these are Kilika and Besaid. The Kilika and Besaid spheres, we have to get out of these pedestals in order to, no, there is one more. I guess there is one more. Or, no, never mind. It just gave it to me. That's Kilika. Which those are based off of the islands and where they have temples. Besaid is your first island, Kilika's the second. Jose, and those are the only islands, but Then there's Jose and Macalania, etc. Yeah, we've finished the dungeon. Thank you. I've done it a couple times before, which is why I knew I'd do it again. But this piece of shit. I know that sphere's in there. It won't let me do it until after the boss fight, though. Now this is a boss fight. This isn't the boss I wanted Bahamut for, but it is a boss fight. This is a rather unique boss fight. Because it utilizes these platforms. And I'm spreading my characters out because he has the ability to hit multiple platforms. So by spreading my characters out, it's harder for him to hit everyone. Because he can't. He can only hit up to... one more person. Oh, it's an ice ball! And he killed Kimari. Oh lord. Only death can pay for life. God, I'm so excited for the next season, and it's so far away. I'm basically just getting everybody in the fight, even though it's gonna hurt everyone. Let's try to power break him. Because XP. Which is something I was attempting to mention earlier. In this game, in comparison to other Final Fantasies, you actually can use your entire party, which is a very unique concept. In the Final Fantasy series. Now he placed that mine, which essentially makes that area off limits. Kinda sucks. Now I don't want to use Bahamut because I don't want to get his summon, his shit again. And this guy's not that hard. So I'd rather use Shiva. Who can heal herself. Of course, a mine's gonna insta-kill her, but Shiva, Shiva does max damage right now, so she wasn't a bad choice. Lulu hasn't been in the fight yet. Luckily, compatibility doesn't matter unless we're talking Yojimbo. The game doesn't penalize me for just letting my summons die. Unless it's Yojimbo. Because of Yojimbo's fight mechanic. Oh my god. Of course you would. Because basically, Yojimbo has, oops. Has, well, you spend money for him to attack. And depending on the money you spent, his compatibility to you, and the enemy's resistance to his ultimate attack, is what skill he'll use. So, if you let Yojimbo die, his compatibility goes down. And you don't want that. You want his compatibility to stay high, so he uses Sanmaro more often, which is his ultimate skill. Hey, yeah, the boss is kind of tearing Titus a new asshole, but kind of the way of the game. shooting star. Get wrecked on, you piece of shit. I could have finished that faster using more of Yuna's summons. But I didn't. But I didn't. Best excuse. And now the elevator is here.
Yuna, we're here.
The Hall of the Final Summoning.
Go.
Yes.
No, it's the next boss that I'm scared is gonna kick my ass. Basically, because I had
What do you mean, no final AI?
all the chances in the world to just use Bahamut and one-shot the boss, but I didn't.
Sir Orin! Everyone!
Everyone! Save! The greater good. Oh god, he just reminded me of Hot Fuzz. That is a great movie though. Great comedy. Simon Pegg movies are pretty good comedies, so. Dude, for real. It wouldn't let me do it and now I can't get it? Fuck off. I guess I have to come back to do it.
This isn't a faith. It's just an empty statue.
That statue lost its power as a faith long ago. It is Lord Zayon, the first faith.
I'm sorry about that.
Final summoning. What you see before you is all that remains of him. Lord Zayon is... his soul is gone.
Gone?
You mean there is no final Aeon?
But fear not. Lady Yunalesca will show you the path. The final Aeon will be yours. The Summoner and the final Aeon will join powers. Go to her now. Inside, the lady awaits.
Yuna, wait! Orin, you knew this was gonna happen, didn't you?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell us?
If I had told you the truth, would that really have stopped you from coming?
Yuna.
I'm not going back.
Kimari knows. Kimari goes first. Yuna is safe. Kimari protect.
Oh shit. Shit's getting real. And this is where the game really turned around for me. But it's so late in the game.
Someone's coming! Lady Yunalesca.
Welcome to Zanarkand. I congratulate you, Summoner. You have completed your pilgrimage. I will now bestow you with that which you seek. The final summoning will be yours. Now, choose. You must choose the one whom I will change to become the faith of the final summoning. There must be a bond between Chosen and Summoner, for that is what the final summoning embodies. The bond between husband and wife, mother and child, or between
Oh, it's
friends.
fucking 6 o'clock.
If that bond is strong enough, its light will conquer sin. 1,000 years ago, I chose my husband Zeon as my faith. Our bond was true, and I obtained the final Aeon. There is nothing to fear. You will soon be freed of worry and pain. For once you call forth the final Aeon, your life will end. Death is the ultimate and final
This room is
liberation.
really like slowed
Your father,
for some reason.
Braska, chose this path.
It is not too late. Let us turn back.
If I turn back, who will defeat Sin? Would you have some other summoner and his guardians go through this?
But, my lord, there must be another way.
This is the only way we got now. Fine. Make me the faith. I've been doing some thinking. My dream is back in the others, Anarkand. I wanted to make that runt into a star blitz player. Show him the view from the top, you know. But now I know there's no way home for me. I'm never gonna see him again. My dream's never gonna come true. So make me the faith. I'll fight Sin with you, Braska. Then maybe my life will have meaning, you know?
Don't do this, Jecht. If you live, there may be another way. We'll think of something, I know.
Believe me, I thought this through. Besides, I ain't getting any younger, so I might as well make myself useful.
Jecht?
What? You're not gonna try to stop me too?
Sorry. I mean, thank you.
Braska still has to fight Sin, Orin. Guard him well. Make sure he gets there. Well, let's go.
Lord Braska, Jecht.
What do you want now?
Sin always comes back. It comes back after the calm, every time. The cycle will continue and your deaths will mean nothing.
But there's always a chance it won't come back this time. It's worth trying.
I understand what you're saying, Orin. I'll find a way to break the cycle.
You have a plan?
Jecht?
Trust me, I'll think of something.
And the cycle went on.
We'll break it.
But how? What, you got a plan now?
If one of us has to become a faith, I volunteer.
Me too, Yuna.
That still won't change anything, you know? You'd bring the calm, and then what? That won't break the cycle.
Listen. You want to defeat Sin and keep Yuna alive. You don't want Sin to come back, yeah? That is just not gonna happen, brother, you know?
If you want everything, you'll end up with nothing.
But I want everything.
Now you're being childish.
I give up. So what would an adult do then? They know they can just throw away a summoner, then they can do whatever they like. You're right. I might not even have a chance. But no way am I gonna just stand here and let Yuna go. And what Oren said about there being a way, I think it's true.
You'll think of something?
Yes, I'll go ask Yuna Leska. She's got to know something.
You really think she'll help you?
I don't know, but I have to try. This is my story. It'll go the way I want it, or I'll end it here.
Wait. You say it's your story, but it's my story too, you know? It would be so easy to let my fate just carry me away, following the same
This
path my
nasty
friends.
shit in my
But I
controller.
know I can't.
Nasty shit
What I do,
in my controller.
I do with no
Definitely the appropriate thing to be saying in a serious moment like this. I wish this room wasn't so, like, slow mode. Anywho! Hi! Oh, what? Oh, wrong button. Hi! It's break time. So, I want to listen to this. Thanks for coming out. I hope you're enjoying the show, even if it might be a little confusing. Jumping right back into the middle of a game, it can get a little confusing for people. This is a like 10-minute late break, but it's a short break. It's one of the 2 short ones. Yeah. It was a long cutscene, but it was a pretty important cutscene. Anyway, we'll be right back. I think with a boss fight, so don't go away. That's my cat Binks. He was being whiny, so I decided to bring him down with me. This is Metal Gear Solid 3. Another series that one day will show up on this cast. So many... the list is so long. Ah! Basically, I don't know if it's with a K or an X, but yeah. It's that standard, like, black cat, Halloween mythology name. Bell! There's a kitty over there. I had to pick the camera up to show him off because there's no way I'm picking his ass up. He would not allow it. The other one is Athena. Her name doesn't really suit her though. So before we go deal with that, we're gonna save. You know, safety and all that. Actually, I want to go up and see if I can... Fuck. Nope. Damn. I just heard my cough through my fucking earbuds. The music all but disappeared after that cutscene. That's kind of saddening. So, we're about to go to one of the contenders for hardest fight in the game. Easily one of the contenders because of the mechanics of the fight.
Have you chosen the one to become your faith? Who will it be?
Might I ask something first? Will Sin come back even should I use the final summoning?
Sin is
Which reminds me,
every Aeon that
Dark Souls is probably going to be sooner on the list than I thought it was going to be because they finally are adding it to Steamworks. And I didn't know that. So Dark Souls 1 might actually end up on the cast sometime after Kingdom Hearts 2, obviously. As that's definitely coming on after my my annual playthroughs.
Will humanity ever attain such purity?
This cannot be! The teachings state that we can exercise sin with complete atonement! It's been our only hope all these years!
Hope is comforting. It allows us to accept fate, however tragic it might be.
No! Where is the sense in all this? Braska believed in Yevon's teachings and died for them. Jack believed in Braska and gave his life for him.
They chose to die because they had hope.
As has everybody else's. Now this is a very important scene because up until this point, it's been hinted at and
Yevon's teachings and the
slightly showed that
of Spira hope.
Orin might not be alive.
They would drown in their sorrow. Now choose. Who will be your faith?
And that sort
Who
of
will be
proved
the one
it.
to renew Spira's hope?
Which, if you play through the game, or watch it,
I live for the people of Spira.
people like Unaleska are pretty common, because if they have a strong enough will,
The final summoning.
they can live past death. It's kind of what Seymour has done since your first encounter with him, where you kill him. You've been fighting him
Sacrificed himself to give that
after
hope
he
to the
died.
people, so they would forget sorrow.
Wrong. My father wanted to make Spiro's sorrow go away, not just cover it up with lies.
Sorrow cannot be abolished. It is meaningless to try.
My father, I loved him. So I will live with my sorrow. I will live my own life. I will defeat sorrow in his place. I will stand my ground and be strong. I don't know when it will be, but someday I will conquer it. And I will do it without false hope.
Poor creature. You would throw away hope. Well, I will free you before you can drown in your sorrow. It is better for you to die in hope than to live in despair. Let me be your liberator.
Now! This is it! Now is the time to choose. Die and be free of pain, or live and fight your sorrow.
This gets me so hyped up. I was trying to start my speech on this, and I couldn't, because I'm like...
Kimari, protect Yuna.
Well, I'm fighting.
Orin gets you so pumped
I
up.
can't believe we're gonna fight Lady Unaleska. Give me a break.
You can always run.
I'd never forgive myself. No way. Not if I ran away now. Even in death, yeah?
My thoughts exactly.
Yuna! This is our story. Now let's see this thing through together.
Now, if you notice, I'm bringing this up now, because this is the first time you've seen this, because you haven't watched the rest of my playthrough. Because of the way I am running the game to stream it, a capture card, which makes it obvious. The processor is just like, oh yeah, these models go like this, and they end up backwards, and it makes for some really odd fight animations. Now, this is considered one of the hardest boss fights because it's a 3-stage fight. Each stage has more HP than the last, and each stage gets progressively harder than the last. This stage is the easy part of the entire fight, believe it or not. It only has about 20,000 health, and it doesn't do anything too over the top. This isn't Sin, this is Unaleska. Sin is this big, scary looking dude. She blinded me! Ow. As you can see, really weird mechanics. She seems to have more than 20,000 HP. Oh, there we go. Phase 2. I guess it was 25,000. Now Phase 2 has more HP, and she now has this ability, which is... I can't see it. Because it decided to not show me. That ability makes it hard to cure people. Because, obvious reasons, really. When you're... It zombifies everybody. And when you're a zombie, cure magic and cure items hurt you. Miss? Now this is only Phase 2, which is why, we haven't swapped out for Bahamut yet. Because Phase 2 isn't the hard phase. It's Phase 3. And it'll become very obvious very fast once we get there. So yeah. Oh god. Oh, thank you. Why would you do that? Ah, it works on MP too? That sucks. And we're moving into Phase 3. Fairly simple because I already have Holy, and I decided to get it on both of my mages. Holy is the strongest magic I can get at this point in the game. Now as you can see, she starts off Phase 3 with Mega Death. Mega Death is death on everybody. Yeah. Only people who are zombified are immune to Mega Death. I also like how dead people just got up and walked away. Now we're gonna Mega Flare backwards and hopefully kill her. 84,000 damage. Not fucking bad. Not bad at all. That means Bahamut's Mega Flare has almost hit the actual damage cap, which is 999,900, or not 900, 99,999.
If I die, die, so does the final Aeon. And with it, Spira's only hope.
Then we'll find Spira a new hope.
Fool. There is no other way.
Yep,
Even
game's
if there
broke.
was, even if you did destroy Sin, you, Yevon, the Immortal, would only create Sin anew.
You, Yevon?
Ah, Zayon. Forgive me.
Trust me, Bahamut isn't broken. He is the strongest Aeon without celestial weapons, though. If we're gonna talk broke, there are two optional Aeons that we're gonna get very soon, who fit that category pretty well.
I cannot believe what we just did.
Let's do something more unbelievable.
What?
Destroy Sin, so it won't come back. And without the final Aeon. I don't know how just yet, but I'll find out.
Yeah, creepy smile. Obviously, Kimari and Lulu didn't get their XP because they died. A dead person can't get XP. Kind of makes sense. So, yeah. Yuna has no magic. That's okay, though. Now, normally you would just leave. However, so that I could use Bahamut and kill her in one hit, if you just leave, you'd have to come back to get the Sun Crest, which nobody wants that. Especially since I find that one easier than the Onion Knight. The Sun Crest is used to evolve Titus's ultimate weapon, the Kaldabog.
What?
There's something you should know.
I know. It's about you, right?
I am also an unsent. You are not surprised.
I think I kinda knew. It was Yuna.
I think everybody knew after Guadasalam, sir.
Died defeating Sin. I just couldn't accept it. I came back here, tried to avenge them. But she struck me down. Somehow I made my way, crawling down Mount Gagazet. But my strength left me, just outside Bavel. That's where Kimari found me. I told him about Yuna, just before I died. I've been wandering ever since, never going to the far plane.
Aaron.
Don't make that face. Being dead has its advantages. I was able to ride Sin and go to your Xanarkand.
And you've been watching over me since then, haven't you? Why? What's the big idea? Why me?
It is one of those things that is difficult to explain. Very well, I will show you.
He's about to do the Vulcan mind meld.
My memories.
Can I ask you one last favor? Nah, never mind.
A little bit, but
Okay, listen.
they explain that fiends are the souls of unsent people who were just sort of left there to dwell on their hatred and their malice. So fiends are dead people too.
But how am I supposed to go to Xanarkand?
So if a will is strong enough to manifest in a corporeal form, they're essentially alive, just
All right.
they already know if they die again, they're just gonna
I'll take care of your son.
remanifest themselves.
I'll guard him with my life.
Thanks, Orin.
Uh,
You were always such a stiff. But that's what I liked about you.
should spirits be true, a reality in our own world, which I'd like to think they are. Whether or not it can be proven is another story, but one day maybe, proven or disproven. Anywho, there are no spirits that have been able to take a true form in our world. Now, this is when the point... This is the point when... I had to think about that for a second. This is the point when the game opens up. Optional, all the optionals become available. And you can pretty much do whatever you want and finish the game if you want to, and when you want to. Because of this! Well, not that. What's coming up. That's Sin, by the way. And the cutscene's like broken. Don't worry about that.
I know. The final summoning's gone. But I'll think of something. Just give me a little more time.
It's got quite a few optional things. More than... I can't really say more than the recent games, because I don't know what 13.2 had, or Lightning Returns. It had more unique things than 13. 13 had about the same quantity, but it was all the same shit. I just did, but I'm not worried about it. This game typically doesn't break. I don't know why Kingdom Hearts was, to be honest.
Aren't we the happy-looking bunch?
Frana! Frana!
Where? That all you can say? Why don't you think of something?
That's her brother, by the way, and the bald man is her father.
Any good idea?
He's also Yuna's uncle.
Come on, help us.
What do we know? Sin is Jet. Thus you have a link, a bond with Sin. That may be our key.
So, what do we do?
We think and we wait.
Two things I'm bad at.
Or at least you're honest. Now this scene... bothers me a little bit, but at the same time not really. Because she's been looking for this bald man the entire game. And they say nothing. And that's pretty out of character for her. Well, she tried, and he already turned around. And I don't see why that would stop her, to be honest. Yeah. Still. It's so minor though that it's like, why even bring it up type of
Rush this and we'll lose everything. We need to plan carefully.
I don't know why it's like, we can now board the airship. Yeah.
We'll wait till you think of a plan.
Get that noggin working.
We need to sit and think this through.
So much for the final Aeon solving everything.
You're an idiot. How long have you people been waiting and waiting and waiting?
May I help you?
Oh shit. Why? Why did I have to see this stuff now? Why now? I need this money.
Thank you. Welcome.
Oh yeah, he sells all bed potions now. All bed potions are fucking awesome. And he sells remedies, which is also fucking awesome. All bed potions are essentially mega potions, but they heal half of what a mega potion does in this game. They also heal petrification, silence, and poison. Three pretty common and annoying statuses. Now, I forgot to make the Celestial Mirror, which I did do before I overwrote my save. So we gotta go do that before we do anything else. Unless I can get back to Xanarkand without...
We'll wait till you...
I have to warn you, thinking is not my forte. I gotta talk to Yuna. Fuck. Am I sitting on top of the... What? I am sitting on top of the map. Well. And my camera's fucked up. What the hell? Up. Up, damn it. I didn't even notice, like... There's part of my room showing. I gotta play with my camera more later. Anywho. What's down here? Nothing new, just the Shànks. Wait, what? What's that? Oh, I don't need you. I already used you. Donna's gone. Hi. Where on the ground? That might not be so safe. You realize what nationality you are, right? This room has fast backwards controls like the Xanarkin room, so fuck.
I'm no good. At all.
What are you talking about?
All this time I've been thinking about how to defeat sin. But beyond the teachings of Yevon, I know nothing. I'm sorry.
Yuna, no apologies.
But...
No apologies.
Running. Yuna never run away.
Thank you, Kamari.
I like Kamari.
So, Kamari, you got any good ideas?
Yevon's teachings.
The teachings won't help us fight sin.
No answer in the teachings. Answers lie outside. Must know both sides to find answer.
Both sides.
Micah knows much. Find him. Make him talk.
That's it! Kamari, you rock!
It's a shame that I used her the entire game because she's the strongest character in the game until the end. Easily strongest character in the game. Fucking boss nuke. Up until the end of the game. Then depending on how much you grind, that can change drastically to someone like Waka or Titus. Hell, based on what I'm willing to grind right now, my strongest character might be Orin. Isn't the most common of strongest characters.
Just had a great idea.
It was my idea. Let me tell them.
It's like this, yeah?
I just thought...
The hymn's the key.
The hymn?
Sir Jack likes the hymn of the faith, correct?
Yeah.
That's why he was listening to it in Makalania.
Sin, violence incarnate, listening peacefully.
I know it's your old man, and I don't mean no disrespect, but...
No, it's fine. I've gotten used to it.
Let me say it. If we attack Sin head-on, we've little chance of winning. However, if he hears the hymn of the faith, he will become docile.
Yeah, and that's when we make our move. Might be against the rules and all, but who's keeping track, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, it could really work.
Yeah, it's worth a try.
Yeehaw! Here we go! We can now use the airship! Yay! No, I don't want to see Micah. I want to go back to Xanarkin. Why won't you let me go back to Xanarkin?
Well, that sounds like my baby here will take us anywhere we...
Thank you. Take me back to Xanarkin.
Here we go!
You're worthless. I don't want to be all the way back here. Fuck. This could be very bad. There are creatures that we dare not speak their name. But they are there, and this is bad. Why does the map have to be in such a weird spot on the airship? No, fuck the map. You don't need the map. We're just gonna sit our face on the map. Boost it to the limit. The hair wrapped around that giant hook thingy in the middle looks like it's cut off. It's a little concerning. Okay.
So be it.
Lulu has learned ally. Oh god, the Ocho dance. Do 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 do. Where'd that come from? I do have a level 2 keys here, do I not? Clancy. Oh god, it's in the wrong order. Oh, Lux Sphere. I do like. This, so, since this is the international version, going back to Xanarkand might not be the best idea. I don't know because I've never played it before. I'm about to find out. I really hope so. Oh god. Why?
Allow me.
Well, we'll see. I know what's supposed to be here. In the international version. And if it is, we are turning right around. But it depends on when it shows up. Because we are not prepared. To quote Illidan. This dish is not prepared. Well, one, it has these abilities: extract speed, extract mana, extract power, etc. You don't get these in the US version of the game. These let you change the drop of the enemy to that specific sphere type. So an ability sphere, a mana sphere, a power sphere, a speed sphere. So essentially when you use it, you're using it to remove your drop and place a new drop in that slot. It also has these distill, power, etc., which do the same thing without having to use a skill. It's an item. There are also many more optional bosses in the international version. There are the hardest bosses in the game, apparently, and if I run into one at this point, we cannot fight it. We are not prepared. And I know one of those bosses is supposed to be in Xanarkand.
No time to waste. Let's go.
I just don't know when they show up. So they make the end game a little bit like there is an end game. Trust me, that doesn't mean dick right now. I can guarantee you